Melissa, tell us what are some ideas, things you've observed and practices perhaps that you could share with organizations and how they may initiate and sustain high performance work systems and keen focus.
Yeah, so most of us are like that 2 month in on this work from home model, and a key area of focus is to help our employees sustain that stamina to keep it going from home. So we've really found out that there's 2 key things. You have to maintain business as normal and over communicate. And so both of those things come down to trusting your staff. And, you know, I'm in HR, so I love an acronym. So I created an acronym to help focus on this model, and it's the TRUST acronym. And so the first part of maintaining that stamina is talking to your employees. Talk to them about what's going on. Even if things are uncertain and maybe you don't know all the answers, silence from executives and senior leaders can really cause anxiety and lower your productivity level. So provide those regular updates. Throw in some hug emails that we talked about before. You know, the employees want to see what your work from home space is like and see how you're doing too. So throw them some pictures. The next part is relax, right? And so employees are looking to you of how to respond in this situation. So you want to stay calm, collected, and focused, and they will likely mirror that response. And third, which I think is really, really critical here, is upskill your staff and keep them engaged. So a recent survey by PwC found that 77% of CEOs feel like they need more creativity to reinvent their business during times of interruption. So be intentional about upskilling your workforce and teaching them how to adapt to change. That adaptability is going to be your best friend. Like I said, be intentional, establish those remote work practices. One thing that we did was we gave people managers a lot of support early on. We had webinars, job aids, meetings about how to transition to managing remotely. That was really, really helpful. And then the fourth aspect of demonstrating that trust with your employees is to share information, right? We talk about over communicating, but that also includes sharing information. So this will help them be productive because you are maintaining your business reviews. You're maintaining those sales stand-ups. You're having team meetings, and you're still chasing that sales leaderboards with your sales teams. The more information you can give, the better they'll be able to service the client. And lastly, the T in trust is tools. Ensure that they have all of the tools they need to be productive at work. And that's not just about the technology or the equipment that they need. It's also fostering space for them to maintain and grow their workplace relationships, as well as mental health resources. And May just happens to be Mental Health Awareness Month. And so we actually dedicated an entire section on our BCP to mental health awareness and treating that whole person, like Beth mentioned earlier. You know, our employees were feeling like they really wanted to help others that were in need. And so we created a list of volunteer activities or volunteer resources in every city that were located, so they could go out and see how they could help in their community. And in Raleigh, we partnered with the the North Carolina Health Association, and we raised over $18,000 in donations from ChannelAdvisor. It was really spectacular. So sustaining performance at this time is not just ensuring that the employees are being productive, but letting them know we have their back and we're here to help them along the way. So, you know, I mentioned that machine has to keep moving. It's critical to keep the business moving. I think, Beth, maybe you have some really good ideas that you shared with our business earlier on how to sustain focus on that client aspect of it.
Yeah, I think, you know, certainly we wanted to make sure our employees were motivated and engaged. That was a key priority for us. But we also quickly realized that our clients needed us more than ever at this time. So our software enables e-commerce, and many of our customers have retail stores. And those brick and mortar retail stores were being closed, sales were being impacted, employees were being furloughed, and they really quickly needed to grow their online transactions so that their businesses could stay afloat. And ChannelAdvisor is a solution that addresses that problem, can really offer a way with digital strategies to help them recover. So this fact that we had an incredibly relevant value proposition just really energized our employees. our employees engaged with customers to solve super real business problems right now. And that, of course, was naturally motivating. We formed a dedicated team of employees that worked with to understand what was happening in the industry, to share that news, to offer our own reactions, and to develop advice. So we were blogging, we were doing case studies with clients, and we also formed a team to provide relief for clients. So customers that were really struggling, we worked with them on their payment terms, on their contracts, and really helped make sure they could weather the storm. So, you know, I think the lesson in there is realizing that we could be part of the solution to a problem that was created by this pandemic helped us focus our team on getting back to business, right? It's an incredible distracting time. People have anxiety, they're worried, they've got relatives that are maybe ill. And so the notion that our customers needed us and we could help was incredibly centering and motivating for our employees.